So in this heating effect means what? Electric current, whenever we pass current through any conductor, heat is always produced. Whenever we pass electric current through a conductor, heat energy is always produced. This is what we call as heating effect. Simple thing, a conductor carrying a current, we switch on a circuit. When we switch on the current will start flowing through the circuit. It will get heated up after some time. That you have seen in everyday life also. Battery is in all this. With you have connected mobile in a charging, laptop you connect in a charging. What happens? If you touch the
Heat is
body,
evolved, ma'am.
if you touch the body, it is warmer. Mobile is
Ma'am, the
warm from the
charger
back
becomes
side.
hot.
Charger becomes hot, or the
Ma'am, and as well
laptop
as
at the
laptop
bottom,
also.
if you touch, it will be hot. Refrigerator, you connect this one, touch from the sideways, it is hot, it is heated up, it is warmer. So anything, any wire, if it is carrying current, it will always get heated up. So this is what we call as heating effect of electric current. So now Joule's law of heating. The Joule has explained this heating effect more detail. He told that is amount of heat produced. Now, how is the heat produced? Why every time whenever we pass a current, why it produces a heat? So for that, you have to go the resistance part. You have seen the resistance, how the resistance is produced?
Ma'am, by heating
Due to
it.
collisions of
Obstruction.
atoms, electrons.
Yes. So whenever electrons keep moving through the conductor, they always collide with fixed particles. The atoms are fixed. They are somewhat vibrating. Electrons collide with those, and due to the collision, that obstruction, that is what we call as obstruction. Electrons are not able to move with their uniform speed. Now, whenever we know, that is whenever electrons are moving, they always collide with the fixed particles. And we know that whenever and due to that collision, electrons are losing energy. Whenever electrons collide with fixed atoms, they lose energy. That's the reason that speed is decreasing.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So when they lose energy, so in which form that energy has gone out?
Heat.
Heat.
It is in the form of heat energy. So we know that is every conductor, whether it is a best conductor, bad conductor, anytime, electrons when they start moving, they always collide with the fixed atoms. And due to that collision, electrons always lose their energy. And that lost energy will be radiated out in the form of heat energy. So whenever you think of this one also, when you clap, so there are two hands are colliding. We know that is whenever there is a collision, a little amount of it is warmed up. It gets warmed up. So every time, every physical quantity, any object, whenever two objects collide, there is always some loss of energy. And that loss of energy is always in the form of heat energy. It is radiated out in the environment, in the atmosphere. So
Even when we slap, ma'am.
yes, same thing. Every time that happens. So it is heat energy. Whenever any two objects collide, they always radiate heat energy, depending on the speed. More speed, more heat energy is released. Lesser speed, lesser heat energy will be released. Okay. So whenever electrons move through the conductor, they always collide with the fixed atoms, and due to which they release energy. That lost heat energy will be radiated in the form of heat energy. This is what the heating effect of electric current. So whenever any conductor carries a current, the heat energy is always produced. And now Joule has given the formula for finding out the amount of heat energy produced. So he told that amount of heat energy produced is directly proportional to square of current, directly proportional to resistance of the conductor, and directly proportional to the time for which current is passed through the conductor. Amount of heat energy produced whenever a current is passed through the conductor is directly proportional to square of current. It is directly proportional to resistance of the conductor, and heat energy produced is directly proportional to the time for which current is passed through the conductor. So here it is amount of current flowing. R is resistance of the conductor. You are able to see the screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I mean,
Resistance
not
of
supposed
the
to write
conductor.
it down,
No,
right?
don't write anything. And time for which current is passing through the conductor.
Ma'am, is the symbol for heat H?
H, yeah. Okay. So now one more thing I need to mention you. If right now, if I'm get disconnected, I will message you. Please check out the message because it is raining very heavily. If light goes, my inverter today is not working. So might be I could not continue the class. Okay.
Correct timing, it is like not working. When you need it, it won't work. That's the problem.
That's what,
Electric
that is the problem.
appliances.
No. Okay, so it is H is directly proportional to when we combine all of them. So H is directly proportional to I square RT. It is direct proportionality. So H by I square RT is constant. Whenever it is direct proportionality, the ratio of these two terms should be constant. So H by I square T, I square RT is constant. And by experiment, that constant value came as 1. By
Ma'am, why is it
experiment.
I square?
They got it. When they have increased the current value, double the current value, the heat energy produced is increased by 4 times. This is all by experimental observations. These are experimental observations.
Ma'am, isn't it H is equal to I square RT?
Yeah,
Or
that's
is it-
what I'm telling. So by experiment, this constant, whenever they have changed the current value, resistance value, and then they have taken the ratio of H and I, H by I square RT, they always got the value of constant as 1. So therefore, H is equal to I square RT is the formula for heat energy produced. Because the constant value is 1 by experiment. Able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this statement is called as Joule's law of heating.
Now should we write this now?
No, I need to
Ma'am, I
read
have a
the
doubt,
statement
ma'am.
first. Understand this. Here, further part, understanding is very, very important. So please try to understand. Writing part, if you don't write, then also okay. No, I don't have any problem. But understand, because there are now heat energy. I've given you one formula. There are actually 3 formula, 2 more formula there.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, generally in other like in other formulas, and usually I'm telling ma'am, other formulas, ma'am, usually constant will not always be 1, right? It will be
Yeah, it is
any
not
other.
always 1. It is
So
some
why
other
is it
value.
1 in this case?
By experiment. When they have checked it experimentally, that came.
Okay.
That
Ma'am, so
came.
like, is
Therefore, we
there
have used it.
any specific lab experiment they will do for this one? Like, what will
Yeah,
they
they
do?
will pass
How
a
will they?
current. They will pass a current through the conductor. They double it, and they will check out the amount of heat energy produced by
Ma'am,
heating any other substance, that passing that heat to the other substance and then measuring. That is a temperature.
ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, it is given that P into T is equal to E. That means even P into T is equal to H.
Yeah.
Ma'am, because H and E are energy, so both is equal.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, then we can derive this formula like H is equal to VI by VI into T, then V is equal to
From where
IR.
you got VI into T and all those. Let me
Ma'am,
explain, Lohit. Wait for, have a
okay,
patience.
okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now I need to explain many more things need to be explained here. A very important concept need to be explained. Okay, fine. This part is clear. One by one, we will climb the steps. Is it clear? Now here you can see how the current or resistance or time is affecting the amount of heat energy. If you pass a more current through the conductor, what happens? Number of collisions?
More.
More.
More current means more amount of charges are flowing. So more charges are flowing, that means more obstruction they will follow, they will experience. So when more obstruction, more collisions, more heat. Clear? Then resistance. If you increase the resistance of the conductor, what will happen?
Collisions will increase.
More resistance, that means more obstruction. So more obstruction, that means every electron is undergoing collisions, experience more collisions. So more collisions, that means more amount of energy is reduced. So more heat energy is produced. And another one is time for which you are passing a current. How that will affect?
Ma'am, more time, more
More
heat.
time, more heat.
How? How can you explain in terms of collisions?
Ma'am, because if you pass only for like 2 or 3 seconds, then lesser amount of electrons will collide. But if you pass for more time, then more electrons will move, so more collision.
So here, yeah, right. Time period for which you are passing a current. So you are passing a current in that this electrons are keep on circling. It's moving in a circle path, closed path. They're completely. The same electrons are moving. If you increase the time period, what will happen? Suppose electron will need 1 second of a time to move from negative terminal to positive terminal, right? So in 1 second, it will cover up one round. Then if you increase the time period, you are passing a current for 1 minute, then same electron will move through the closed path from negative to positive terminal. How many times?
Ma'am, could you repeat?
Suppose one electron covering a distance means it will start moving from negative terminal and reach positive terminal in 1 second. Now a single electron, we are thinking of the single electron, if it is this current is passed for switched on for 1 minute, then the one single electron will move through the closed
60
path how
times.
many times?
60 times.
60 times. So 60 times the same electron is moving, circling. So in that path, it will keep colliding similarly, the similar atoms 60 times.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
60 times if there is a collision with the same one single electron with single proton, single atom, then how much amount of energy is one single electron is colliding with one single atom? Whatever the energy is released. So now the same electron is colliding 60 times with the same atom. Then the amount of heat energy will be, energy released will be
60 times more.
60 times more. Able to understand? So if you increase
Yes,
the
ma'am.
time, that many folds, the amount of heat energy produced will keep on increasing. Clear? This is a reason when you switch on a bulb and if you touch immediately, it is warm, but you are able to hold it. But after 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or after half an hour, are you able to hold it?
No.
No, ma'am.
We can't hold with our bare hand. We have to use some gloves or anything, this material, any cloth to remove that bulb.
Ma'am, but actually, ma'am, we won't touch the bulb so much, ma'am. Like, but any other.
Going. I'm explaining you amount of heat and energy produced by time, how it is heat energy produced with time is the proportional. That I'm explaining you. Practically not happening, but I'm explaining you that this is happening. If you try to touch it, possible. Amount of heat energy produced will be always more. Right? Clear? Or even
Yes, ma'am.
adapters, you touch adapters. When you plug in adapter, charger, mobile, beginning it is not hot. If you touch it, you are able to touch it. But after half an hour, it is hot.
Yes, ma'am, the
More.
temperature slightly
So
increased.
temperature is slightly increased. So time increased, the heat energy produced is increased. So therefore it is more hotter, so more heated substance. We are not able to touch it also sometimes. Able to understand the factors?
Yes, ma'am.
So first write the statement and then write these mathematical expressions. So first is Joule's law of heating.
Ma'am, for Joule's law, is there a statement like Ohm's law?
Yeah. whenever a current is
This
passed.
derivation will also be asked, right? Like
No,
along
this
with the
is
statement.
mathematical expression that you have to write whenever they're asking state Joule's law of heating. You have to explain all these points. When a current is passed through the conductor, heat is always produced.
Should we write that proportionality of
Yes.
heat to others also now?
Right now, first write down the statement of Joule's law of heating, and then I will tell you to write other upper words, whatever I've written
Okay, ma'am.
earlier. Amount of heat energy produced is directly proportional to number 1 square of current.
Ma'am, when you're writing the statement, both of these should be included, right?
Yeah. Passing through the conductor. Second.
Ma'am, if we'll write the above statements which you had given, ma'am, then why do we need to write this one?
This one.
The 3 points that you have given.
Yeah, here this is the statements, and they are asking mathematically, express it mathematically, the second part of the question.
Yes,
Question is
ma'am.
asked, state Joule's law of heating and express it mathematically. So then you have to write the upper part.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me a second. 1 second only.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you can write the below part.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
it's not necessary for us to write that amount of current resistance of conductor, right?
You don't write.
And ma'am, are we supposed to write the reason why, like experimentally and all that?
Yes, you have to write by experimentally.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Ma'am, and I think in the beginning you were saying that heating effect of electric current, there's a definition.
This is only whenever heat is passed through the conductor, heat is this one. Whenever current is passed through the conductor, heat is always produced.
That's heating effect of
That is
electric
heating effect of electric current.
current. So like it's the same as
Same,
Joule's law.
same as Joule's law of heating.
but then the three state, the three like sub points we
Three
don't apply.
relations, yeah. How to derive it, heat energy formula, Joule's law of heating is important.
Ma'am, so here, if by mistake we write a capital T instead of small t, it'll become wrong, right?
Yes, it will become wrong.
That'll become
because
temperature.
Temperature.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, and if the question is asked like state Joule's law, we need to write the heating effect of
Statement.
electric current statement and the three sub points.
Yes, that's fully whatever right now I have written, that is a full statement you have to write.
Okay, ma'am.
So this question for how many marks?
2.
2 marks.
Yes.
We wrote so much.
Yes, that much is for 2 marks only they have asked. They have asked in boards also, the board question also they have
And
asked.
ma'am, in the previous part, ma'am, the combination of resistors, ma'am, the derivation of
2 marks.
parallel and series is
2 marks.
2 marks.
Yeah.
On that one, we wrote like double of what we wrote for this. Still only 2 marks.
There are also 2 marks questions. There is actually 5 marks, 2 marks derivation and 3 mark numerical. Okay, fine. So now how to derive this, from where we got this from. Amount of heat energy, right now I told you which energy is converted into heat energy, electrical energy.
Electrical.
So from where the electrons get that energy?
And when we pass electric current through them.
What we
Conductor.
are passing through it. Again, come back to the first part of this chapter. This is negative charged body. Electrons are keep moving in this direction, right? Electrons will move from more number to lesser number. That is negative terminal to positive terminal. The electrons keep moving, right? So when these electrons are moving from one end to other end, they carry energy. So which energy they have? What energy they have?
Kinetic energy.
So from where they get that kinetic energy?
Ma'am, when there's a potential difference that is created between them.
When there is a potential difference created between them, the energy is there. So there is a work is done. Electron cannot move from here to here. So that is, there is a due to difference the electrons are moving. So while moving electron, the work has to be done. The work has to be done for moving this electron from negative end to positive terminal.
Ma'am, that is only termed as potential difference, right?
Yeah, so the amount of work energy required to move from this end to this end is called as potential energy, potential difference. And that is only the energy stored in this electron. Where the work is done? On electron, the work is done. Electron is moved from negative terminal to positive terminal. That is clear?
Yes.
So while electron is moving, work has to be done. So that work done is stored in the form of electrical energy in the electrons. Right?
Ma'am, could you explain from the beginning? I didn't understand.
When electrons are moved from one terminal to another terminal. So here in this way, the electrons are moved through this from one end to other end. So when these electrons are moving, the work has to be done. When electrons are moved, the work has to be done in moving electron, or it will move by itself.
Ma'am, work has to be done.
Work has to be done. So that work done is only stored in the electron in the form of electrical energy. That is the kinetic energy, which is electrical energy, right?
Ma'am, so for doing work, you need energy, and that energy is stored in the electron.
Yeah, in the electrons. Anytime, a simple thing of the work that I told you, whenever we move a chair, we have done work on the chair to move it. So we have exhausted energy. So where that exhausted energy has gone?
Ma'am, it was used in doing
Moving the
that
ball.
displacement.
So that energy is used up, and where it has stored. Energy can be lost. It is transferred from one form to another form. So in which form it has transferred? In the chair. So chair will get that energy. How much ever work we have done, whatever the energy we have exhausted in doing work, that is only stored in the chair, right? As a potential energy.
Yes, ma'am.
Same thing when we are doing work on this electron to move from one end to other end, the whatever the work done is stored in the electron as electrical energy. Is that clear?
Ma'am, it is stored
Yes,
in
ma'am.
which form of energy?
Electrical energy.
Okay.
Ma'am, why?
That is when electrons are moving, whatever the energy they possess, that is what we call as electrical energy.
Okay, ma'am.
Is it
Ma'am,
clear?
is it not stored as kinetic energy?
Kinetic energy is only another name we have called, given as special name we call as electrical energy because it is possessed by electrons.
Okay, ma'am.
That's special name given to that kinetic energy as electrical energy. Clear? Able to understand this point? Are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, like I didn't understand what did you want to say, ma'am. Like I got till the part where you told that electrons will move from negative to positive terminal. Then
The work is done in moving that electron is stored in the electron as electrical energy.
okay,
And when the
ma'am.
electrons collide with the fixed atoms, that is only energy they lose.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means heat
So that
energy is
becomes
what
heat
exactly?
energy. Yes, ma'am.
So the heat energy produced is equal to
I square RT.
heat energy produced or released by electrons after collision. By electrons after collision is what? Electrical energy
stored in them.
electrical energy stored in them. And this electrical energy is what? Equal to the work done in moving a charge, in moving that electron. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that means directly we can write this heat energy is equal to work done in moving a charge. In moving a charge, can we write this? A is equal to B, B is equal to C. So A and C are equal.
Yes, ma'am.
Able to understand this? Everyone?
Ma'am, but when they collide, they don't give out all their electric energy.
How much ever
I didn't understand properly, ma'am.
I'm written also now. How will I make you understand? I'm not understanding now. So when any object move, it has energy. From where that energy it was got it. How much ever work is done in that object, that is only.
Yes, ma'am.
So heat energy produced is a part of work done in moving a charge. So how much work is done? So work done is equal to, in earlier part we have considered that is V is equal to W by Q.
W is
Potential
equal to
difference
VQ.
is the work done per coulomb charge. Per 1 coulomb of a charge, whatever the work done is called potential difference. So work done is equal to V into Q.
V into Q.
So therefore heat energy is equal to W. W is equal to V into Q. And Q is I into T. I is equal to Q by T. So Q is equal to I into T. So it is VIT. No, but heat energy, this is one of the formula. For
Ma'am,
heat
how did you
energy
get V
produced.
and Q?
work done is equal to V is equal to work done by charge.
Oh, ma'am, potential difference.
Potential difference is equal to work done by charge. So what is work done is equal to V into Q, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Other students, are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So work done, heat energy produced is equal to work done, or energy, whatever the energy it is given out. Light energy produced, that is also equal to work done in moving a charge. That is what the work done is only stored in the form of electrical energy in the electrons. And that energy is only used up for any device, any purpose. Is that clear? So
Yes,
how
ma'am.
much is work done? Work done is equal to work done in moving a charge. So that work done is equal to potential difference into charge, because V is equal to W by Q. So W is equal to V into Q. Q is charge, we can find out in terms of current as I into T. So VIT. That is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now this is one of the formula for work done also and for heat energy also. This is one formula. VIT is one of the formula for finding work done as well as amount of heat energy produced. Now this in different form, we can write as V value according to Ohm's law. Value of V is
IR.
I into R. Substitute that value of V. I into R. Different formula we are calculating. Different formula for work done or heat energy produced we are calculating. So now here if you multiply, what you will get?
I square RT.
I square RT. This is second formula. Now another formula. In this one, I value is equal to by Ohm's law. V by R.
V by R.
So I square is equal to V by R whole square, R into T. So this is equal to V square by R square into R into T. So 1 R get cancelled. So next formula is V square T by R. This is third formula.
All are for the same.
Yes, for the same work
Ma'am, it's
done or
complicated.
heat.
Why
Heat
so many formulas?
work done is equal to heat is equal to work done in any electrical device is equal to, this is one formula, this is second formula, and this is third formula.
So we'll get questions where we have to apply any of the three formulas.
Any of the three depending on the given things. So therefore there
Could
are
you please
three
go-
formulas for heat energy produced, that is also equal to work done, that is also equal to energy consumed by an appliance.
Ma'am, could you just slow down a bit, ma'am? It's getting complicated.
Once again, everything I will explain you. All the three things have the same formula. I square RT equal to VIT is equal to V square T by R. All these are connected together. So that is derived from this. So now here, simple thing. Are we able to understand amount of heat produced, or leave that heat part? Think a bulb. Think of the bulb. What is the bulb's function?
Giving light.
Don't
Produce
write
light.
anything right now because writing is not important. I have given everything in notes. So writing is not at all important. Understanding is important. So function of bulb, a simple device, electrical device, we will take it as that is a bulb. So what is the function of bulb?
To
Giving
produce light.
To produce light by using
Electricity.
electricity. That is electric current is electric energy is converted into light energy, right? So how much light energy it will produce? That is light energy produced by using heat energy. Actually, first electrical energy is converted into heat energy. A large amount of heat energy is produced, then only that heat energy converted into light energy. That is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So any appliances work done is what? Convert you taking electrical energy and converting into some other form, whatever required form, sound energy, light energy, heat energy, chemical energy, whatever it is. So that is the function of every device, appliance. For that purpose, what energy it is exactly we are considering that is 100% transfer is taken place. So 100% of electrical energy is converted into 100% of bulb. If it is, then it will 100% of light energy is produced, right? So actually calculating amount of work done by that device is equal to the electrical energy used up by that device. Able to understand this?
Ma'am, could you just repeat the last statement?
Amount of work done by bulb. I will take only bulb. I'm not telling you anything extra. A single bulb. What is the work done here by the bulb? What is the work the bulb will do?
Produce
Low.
light.
Produce light.
In other words,
Give out energy.
Amount of current given.
conversion. The bulb's function is to convert something. So work
Ma'am,
done by
electrical energy to light energy.
so bulb's function is to convert electrical energy into light energy, heat and light energy. Fan's function, work done by the fan is
To convert electrical energy to
Wind
kinetic
energy.
energy.
electrical energy into mechanical energy. Wind energy, no. Wind energy is not produced. It is try to move the this one.
Ma'am, but mechanical energy and kinetic energy is the same, right?
Mechanical energy, kinetic energy is a part of mechanical energy.
So,
No, someone told wind energy. That's what I told.
So was I wrong when I said that it gets converted into kinetic energy?
No,
or
that is not wrong. So
Okay.
every appliance's work done is first everyone turn on camera because only 3-4 students are speaking and others are not speaking at all. So I'm not understanding what they are doing. Everyone turn on because this is the important part. No one will explain you. They will only give you formula and try to make you work on that formula. Everyone, please turn on camera first. Neha, Nachiket, Kaushal, Sanjana, Meghna, Prem, Manish, Damanpreet.
Ma'am, I'm on 2 devices. So in one device, I turned on my camera and on the other device.
Okay, fine.
Now
Now,
stop the presentation.
yeah, I have stopped. So writing is not important at all. I will give you all important points, whatever it is needed, because this part, no theory, fully numericals. They are not asking any theory from this. They're only asking, one is the Joule's law of heating and the second one is application of heating effect of electric current. That's it. No other theory from this part. So there is no use of writing anything. First thing, a bulb. Bulb's work done is to convert electrical energy into light, heat and light energy. That is clear. So now how much energy it is using up? So suppose we are not considering the loss. We are completely considering that is 100% of electrical energy is converted into 100% of heat and light energy. That is clear. Now here,
Yes,
how to calculate that electrical energy it uses up? How much amount of energy it uses? That is equal to the electrical energy present in the electrons, right? So how much electrical energy, how to calculate that electrical energy? So how much energy they possess? Just like you people are running, simple thing. You people start running, you possess kinetic energy. So from where that kinetic energy comes in your body?
With legs.
And through the food we eat.
So the chemical energy we eat, right? So we eat chemicals, that is a food, that processing done, and that chemical energy is converted into heat energy. So that
Yes.
heat energy is actually used up for running, converted into kinetic energy, right? In case of electron, which is a non-living substance. So now from where that will get energy, kinetic energy, it also has that kinetic energy, special name we have given as electrical energy. That is correct? That you got? Kinetic
Yes.
energy present in electrons is what we call as electrical energy. That is clear? So now from where that kinetic energy electrons get? Electron is non-living. It can't eat food. So there is no other thing. So it won't
By
get
the
energy from
electric
that.
current.
From where? Current is a physical quantity
The
here.
work done by the battery or the
So
cell.
here,
Ma'am, the
when
potential difference.
current is, electrons are moving from one end to other end, they possess kinetic energy. From where they got that energy? When we are trying to move it through the potential difference. So for that purpose, to make electrons move through the conductor, the thing has to be, we have to do work on it, right? Whatever the work is done to make electrons move is only stored in the electrons as a kinetic energy when they are moving. Able to understand the conversions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Work done in moving electrons from one end to other end is only stored in the electrons as a kinetic energy. Now clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So that kinetic energy only we call as electrical energy. And that is what is used by bulb. And they convert the same amount of energy to heat and light energy. So now what is the, now here, are you able to find out how much amount of bulb is using energy, producing energy? How much it is consuming? How much the bulb is consuming? How much it got from the electrons? So how much electrons have the work done? And how to find out that work done? Concept clear? Mathematically we will see afterwards. We have done work on electrons to make it move from one end of the wire to another end, right? Because it can't move by itself. That is clear? So where that work done, the energy is lost, so where the work done is stored in the form of
Electrical energy.
electrical energy in the electrons. Now that electrons, while moving in its path, if it goes through the bulb will use that energy. The bulb will use that electrical energy and convert it into heat and light energy. Able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So work done is equal to work done by the bulb. Now here work done, I'm telling second word, work done by the bulb is equal to the amount of heat energy, amount of light energy produced. Work done by the bulb. Bulb is doing some work. What is the work it is doing? Conversion of electrical to light energy. So work done by the bulb is equal to light energy produced. So that light energy produced is equal to electrical energy it uses, consumes. And that energy consumes is equal to work done in moving a charge. All are equal. If we are not thinking of the loss, we are not thinking of the loss. Efficiency 100% we are considering. So light energy produced is equal to electrical energy consumed by the bulb equal to the electrical energy present in the electrons equal to the work done to make them move?
Yes, ma'am.
All are equal to each other? Are you able to
Yes, ma'am.
understand? Are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
No? Nidhi?
Yes, ma'am.
Srinidhi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Srinidhi, are you able to understand? Where you're gone? Lohit, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, are you able to understand this point?
Can I
Yes,
include
ma'am.
1 4 in the next
Yes,
class?
ma'am.
Amount of work done in moving a charge from one end of the conductor to another end is equal to the electrical energy in the electrons. Right? That is right. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So the same amount of energy is used up by the bulb,
Yes, ma'am.
and that is equal to the work done by the bulb,
Yes, ma'am.
and that is equal to the light energy produced.
Yes, ma'am.
So all are same.
Yes, ma'am.
Are all same. All faces are like
Yes, ma'am. They're equal.
simple example. Take it. If a very simple example in daily life, convergence, energy convergence. So here, suppose take an example of you take a ball and raise to a particular height, first floor. Ball has some energy. When it is present on the ground, does it has any energy?
No.
But when it's transferred to the first floor, will it have energy?
Yes, ma'am.
So from where that ball gets energy?
Ma'am, when it's raised to a height, ma'am, we put the energy, our energy is transferred to the.
So work is done in moving that
Yes, ma'am.
ball from the ground to first floor.
Yes, ma'am.
So it itself can't move to that height. So we have to do work on it.
Yes,
We have done work in lifting the ball and raising it to the first floor. After that, now it has possess energy. It has energy. And when it falls down, it will do work. So that energy present in the ball itself get converted into kinetic energy when it starts falling downwards. And because of the presence of that kinetic energy, it does a work. If it falls on the glass container, it will break the glass.
Yes, ma'am.
So from where this one, so that means in turn, the convergence, energy convergence. We suppose a person has lifted the ball. So their energy conversion, the person has eaten food. So therefore he is able to raise the ball to a first floor. So chemical energy in the body is converted into physical energy, muscular energy. So muscular energy is converted into potential energy of the ball. When the ball falls down, the potential energy converted into kinetic energy. And then it will do work. So energies are interrelated. So how much amount of work we have done in lifting a ball, the same amount of energy is stored in the ball as a potential energy. And the same potential energy is converted into kinetic energy of the ball when it starts falling downwards. And in turn, because of the kinetic energy present in the ball, it is doing work in breaking it, in breaking the glass, right? Now that glass piece also gets the energy because the ball has transferred energy to the glass pieces. Able to understand this? So this way
Ma'am,
the
so when
energy convergence, yeah,
ma'am, when the glass is breaking, the energy in the ball is getting converted.
converted to, because energy in the ball becomes zero
Okay, ma'am.
because it falls on the ground. So it is zero now. So where the energy has transferred, it is transferred to the glass. As glass is present on our leg, then we will get hurt.
Yes, ma'am.
In turn, the glass has done work. Right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
these are the energy conversions one by one, the energy conversion takes place. The same thing happened in case of electron. Consider electron as a ball. It itself can't move from one end to other end of the wire. So someone has to move it. Some condition has to be created. Due to that, the work has to be done in moving the electron, the ball, from one end of the ball to another end. So whatever the work is done, that is stored in the ball, that electron, as an energy. When that it start moving, that energy is kinetic energy. So while moving, it will do some work. When the electron will start moving, it has energy. It possesses energy. So when that energy, it is transferred to the bulb. So it is in the path of those electrons. Bulb is present. Electrons are passing through the bulb. So the bulb will use the energy in the electrons. The bulb will consume electrical energy in the electrons and convert the same into light energy. Now, are you able to understand the convergence?
Ma'am, could you just repeat from when the electrons start moving and when they have kinetic energy?
They have kinetic energy. When they move in their path, they are passing through the bulb.
Yes, ma'am.
So the bulb is using their kinetic energy.
Okay, ma'am.
And they convert that. The bulb's function is to convert this energy into light energy.
Okay, ma'am.
Now clear? So all these amounts are equal. These all energies are equal to each other. Right? This is a factual condition. We are not considering the loss of energy in doing all the work. We are not considering the loss. You will tell that is now energy, how the 100% of energy will be transferred. There is some loss, but we are not considering that loss.
Okay, ma'am, got it.
Everyone understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is only the heat energy produced is equal to the work done. Work done, leave the heat energy part. Work done by the device or by the electrons is equal to the energy used up by the device. They will use it. That means they convert it into useful form of energy. So all these work done by the appliance, work done by electrons is the electrical energy. Work done by the electrons is equal to the energy consumed by the appliance bulb and equal to the energy produced by them. All are equal to each other. Clear?
Ma'am, so basically all this is related to the law of conservation of energy and no energy is lost.
No energy is lost.
Okay, ma'am.
It's clear? So therefore, how much ever you do work in moving electron from one end of the wire to other end of the wire, is this only transferred in the form of electrical energy first? And that is equally transferred, used up by the bulb. That is what we call as energy consumed by the bulb. And that is equal to the energy produced by the bulb. Clear? So now tell me how much energy produced by the bulb equal to
Electrical energy or the work done on the electrons.
Work done on electrons. So how much work done on one charge? We are not considering the one single electron. Now coming to the bulk charge. So now how much is work done in moving one single charge?
Potential difference.
That's it. So work done is equal to V into Q. Right? Work done in moving a single charge, 1 coulomb of charge, from one end of the wire to the other end. Is this only transferred in the electrical and light energy? Indirectly, one by one. How much amount of work you have done in moving a 1 coulomb of charge, it is only converted into electrical energy. And that is only converted into light and heat energy. So all are equal values. All are equal values.
Yes, ma'am.
So therefore, energy work done is equal to, now with the formula. Now how to take that formula? So now come to this point. So this is equal to work done in moving a charge. So that work done is equal to V into Q. It's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So this V into Q part is how much? Now we have to keep substituting the values depending on our use. We can use V into Q also. This is also can be considered as a formula. We can use it V into Q also. Now Q is converted into I into T. So VIT is the formula. Now here only we have to substitute V value as IR. We got I square RT. Here itself I value we have separated in terms of V by R. So we will get in terms of V square T by R formula. So this way one by one we have derived different formulae. So depending on whatever we have the values, we can use the required equations. Given equation, any one of the equation we can use. Now able to understand? Now are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Sanjana, Nidhi, Srinidhi, are you able to?
Yes.
Yes, Nidhi?
Ma'am, I understood.
Srinidhi, Sanjana, Arinjay?
Yes.
Ma'am, understood.
Okay, so these formulae you have to learn. Now again, there is some of the places we have to use one particular formula. So what is that? We will discuss it next class. Okay.
Ma'am, and is the derivation of these what you've written?
In school, they have asked once.
No, ma'am, like if you're asked to derive a particular formula, then we just need to write heat energy is equal to W, and then we can substitute accordingly.
Yes, keep substituting the value.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Are we supposed to write this down?
Now not, because already it is the next batch students are also waiting here. Next time we will write it down, all these.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Thank you,
Have a
ma'am.
nice day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.